Well, here we are again, folks. Another late night tale with good old Sea Breezy. Cracktona Beach, aka Daytona Beach, Holly Hill, Ormond, Volusia County with 386. Even D-Land, man. I done rampaged through the streets all through that mother, but get back to the chat. Them days are over with, man. I'm in recovery. I got my life together, man. And I'm trying to pick up the pieces. I'm California sober. This compared to fentanyl and meth and shooting up is quite a difference. And you know what? This helps me deal with my anxiety, and if that's what works for me, it's what works for me. It keeps the needle out of my arm. It keeps me grounded, and I don't have to take Xanax to get to sleep at night because of all the terrible shit that I've been through in my life. So for me, this helps. It works. You know what I mean? So I'm all about being California sober, and I respect that, man. Especially if you're an opiate addict or an ex-meth addict or even an ex-crack addict. You know what I mean? Like I was addicted to all those substances. I was a bad alcoholic. I mean, I was on Molly real bad, especially when I was in a chain gang. It don't make no sense. Like, why would you even do a drug like that in a damn chain gang, man? Especially with a bunch of freaks in that bitch, man. Like, everybody in that motherfucker want to act a fool when they get on that shit. All I want to do is just get high and hide. But, thank the good Lord upstairs, man. He's taking all that stuff away from me, giving me the courage I need to move forward with my life, and giving me the courage that I need to chase my dreams as an upcoming rap artist. And, my music carries a message. It helps people. And, right now I'm trying to raise money to build an outside cat shelter for all the cats that me and my wife have been fostering. And right now we have 4 inside cats that we foster. Just to show you guys I'm not capping. Matter of fact, you can hear them hollering. Hold on. Oh, come with Daddy. It's my little sweetheart, Sage. Big animal lovers here. To me, these are my emotional support animals. They help me through a lot of hard moments that I have throughout the day. You know what I mean? Especially when my wife is at work, and you know what I mean? And the cats keep me company. They give me love when depression hits and anxiety hits and stuff like that. You know what I mean? They can sense, when you're going through something. So I'm a big animal lover, period, man. And me and my wife foster a lot of animals, and we really don't got it like that, but out of the love in our hearts, and because we've been there ourselves, you know what I mean? These cats didn't ask me about homes, so we feed them, we give them medicine. As of right now, it's like 12 cats outside that we foster and take care of, feed and give medications to. We feed every night and every morning, and we take care of them. They all have names. We give them love, I'll try to send a video of that tonight whenever she comes home off work, so you guys know I'm not capping, man. Everything I say is real. I've had to live by that my whole life. That's one thing my grandfather instilled in me at an early age, man, is live by your word. If you're going to be a man, stand 10 toes down, own what you do, and keep it real with everybody that you meet. And I live by those ways, and I live by those rules. And, so far it's kept me with a group of friends that love me no matter when I make my mistakes, are there for me when I'm down and out. And So anyways, if anybody is willing to donate to my channel, man, right now all the proceeds are going to helping these cats find homes. But right now, like I said, I'm in the process of building an outside shelter for them, a big giant cat house, like all 11 cats can live in or go outside, come and go as they please. Put a big cat tree and shelves on the inside, big litter box on the bottom, in the corner or whatever for, them guys to use, even though they probably still do their business outside, but whatever, they're going to have options. And, Please, man. I see a lot of people coming on the channel tonight, but it is what it is. I ain't got nothing else better to do but just sit here and kick it, man. If anybody wants to drop any comments, man, I want to see my freestyle work at its best. I'm down, man. Like, pick a subject. You know what I mean? Like, you can do this. Chat. Okay, but in the meantime, I might as well start off with a little story, man, because this thing's recording. So let's see, I'm going to take it back to a time where everything began, man, where I started messing up, man. It was early age. Like, my grandfather and grandmother raised me. My dad went to prison when I was 4 years old. He got 10 years in prison for getting into an altercation with officers at the home. I was in the home when that happened. I was 4 years old, sleeping in bed with my grandparents, and my dad came home drunk, very heavily intoxicated, probably on other drugs, And my grandmother called law enforcement because he was physical with her and shoved her in the hallway. And when the cops got there, my dad had barricaded himself in the door, and the cops literally had to break the door down and physically remove my dad from the residence. Me at an early age, man, that shell shocked, that traumatized me, man. Like, my dad was my rock. That was my I don't want to say idol, man, because I don't really want to deal with that. I take my spirituality very serious. Like, God is the only reason I'm still breathing this day. I promise you that. But, like, just on some real stuff, like, my dad was a martial arts expert, and it took 9 officers to remove him from the home. And so he got charged with 7 separate counts of battery on a law enforcement officer, which got him significantly 10 years in prison. He ended up doing 7, getting out early, coming home, and I'm an unruly teenager at this point. Started smoking weed, doing drugs. I didn't have a father figure. My grandfather had passed away at this point. My grandfather became my father figure and had stepped into the picture and had manned up and took the job. Like, my grandfather was an amazing man. Like, his presence could be felt by everybody. Like, God had his hand on my grandfather's life, and my grandfather, like, moved people, man, and he helped anybody. He had a heart of gold, and he taught me what the meaning of love really is, and what I'm supposed to do as a human being, and how I'm supposed to treat others as a human being. And my grandfather knew he didn't have a whole lot of time. He had heart disease really bad. He had a 2-pack-a-day cigarette habit, and he had cancer, and he didn't want to tell the family about it, so he kind of kept that to himself. You know what I mean? Had already had a major heart attack, had bypass surgery. Like, he knew his numbers were ticking, so he did everything he could to instill everything that he could in me while he could. He did a great job. I love my granddad, and I miss him with everything I got. And I know he's up there smiling down at me, watching over me, and keeping me and mine safe. Like, I know he is. I know my father is too, man. And anybody out there, man, that's lost anybody because of drugs or alcohol or anything like that, you know what I mean? Like, if they're struggling, if you have a family member right now that's, like, struggling or going through it, and they're struggling with addiction, like, don't push them away. grab them close and draw them near, because the truth and reality of the situation is, any moment could be their last moment. Because any street drugs that are out there right now are all laced with fentanyl. And that's all it takes is just one small toxic dose, and good night forever. That's the reality we face these days. And it's sad. I've lost a lot of people this last 3 years since I've been out of prison, and it breaks my heart every time I think about it. I mean, some really good people. And with my baby, I gotta get my cat one.
Come here, sweetheart. Come here, good. He's a big baby.
God love you, man. Anyways, man, y'all be blessed, man. Yeah, like I said, if I can get anybody to donate to the channel, my Cash App's in the bio. But for anybody that's not trying to do all that, it's Christopher Hart 420, capital C, capital H, man. Y'all be blessed, man. Have a great evening, man. Stay weird, man. Love y'all, man. Be blessed.
Next up is Meg Griffin sporting her stylishly cool brand new. Oh, Meg, a woman from Child Services came and talks